God don't play about me, yeah, he don't play, yeah. Better ask somebody, better ask somebody, better ask somebody, better ask somebody, better ask somebody. He don't play, yeah, he don't play. God don't play about me, yeah, he don't play, yeah. Blesses every step I take, he don't play. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's percolating. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning to the people on Facebook. Good morning to the people on IG. Good morning to the people on the YouTube. Good morning to the people on LinkedIn and Twitter too. Java. Percolating. Get a vibe, stay ready. Truth in the cup, keep it strong, keep it steady. Pull up a chair, yeah. Take a sip with me. Good morning, good people. Java with Jimmy. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, the love percolating. Java with Jimmy. Good morning, that morning. Good morning. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good morning. Yeah, the love percolating. Yeah, Java with Jimmy. Good morning, that morning. Percolating. Yeah, we in it. Yeah, we in it. Good morning. Good morning. Java with Jimmy. Percolating. Yeah, we in it. Yeah, we in it. Good morning. Good morning. Java with Jimmy.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Today is Thursday, April 16th, 2026. I got it right. I can't believe it. Today is what I'm calling a motivational Thankful Thursday. We have a special guest in the room. Some of you may recognize him. He has helped you turn up, dance, lose some weight, exercise, might even helped create a couple of children. He's a DJ, a parent, and also this year he has decided to, for a great cause, run the Boston Marathon for the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute, which is a staple in our community. This year is the 30th Walk for Peace. Tina Sherry and her team at the Institute have helped so many families in this community, not just with homicide, but also during COVID. And they have helped a lot of our brothers and sisters who are part of the reentry community. And so Brother Mark, or Merren as he's known in community, is running on behalf of raising funds, or he is running to raise funds for the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. So again, welcome to the Java Cafe this morning. Do me a favor. We are going to share the link for you to donate on Merren's behalf shortly. Invite some others into the Java Cafe. So, you know, and when we support these type of causes, I tell you often that if we can get 25 members of the Java Cafe to donate $5 or $10, that makes a huge difference. So welcome to you who are already here, and those who are already on Instagram as well. And also, if you have not liked and subscribed to Java with Jimmy across all platforms except Snap and Twitter. Make sure you go and do that. And so we're going to get ready in a couple of seconds to bring Merren in to have a conversation with him. I did not know that Merren was a runner. I saw the advertisement. I think our sister, Drew, she's going to kill me. I think she's running on behalf of the Institute or another entity as well. And this sort of just came together in the last couple of days. I want to thank Newt Johnson for liaising and making this highlight happen. I know Brother Merren, as well as, the Peace Institute supports this platform. I'm so glad that they do. As many others like Toy Burton and also Dee Dee's Cry, they ensure that we are able to get support for the work we do in community, like the health fair coming up on May 16th, a month from today. Registration is dropping very shortly, but a month from today is the 5th annual Joseph R. Betancourt Health Fair. And so, Brother Merren, if you can hear me, we're ready to bring you in, and we will get started in chatting with him. But why don't we go into the Instagram side of the Java Cafe and say good morning. The Peace Institute is on Java with Jimmy this morning. Shout out to them, Brother Mike, I see, Brother Joe Locks, also Jay Rowe, and Ari, of course, is over on Instagram as well. And in the Facebook section, we have, let's see who's in the room. Jenny Williams, Sis Jenny is our first person in over in the Facebook section. Good morning to Mama Java. Good to see you in the room. Brother Milton, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. Latoya, good morning to you. Good to see you in the room. And Dina Marshall Tarver, good morning to you. All right, Brother Merren is ready, so we're going to bring him in. And I think I got everybody. Mother Lisa from the DMV, good morning to you as well. Good to see you in the room. All right, Brother Merren, what's going on, black man? Can you hear me? Hello? Uh-oh. I think there's some tech difficulties. So in the background, just let me know if and when you can hear me. Shake your head once you are able to get the audio together there. I'm gonna mess with him a little bit because he's a DJ. And so all this tech stuff. Hold on, can you hear me? Nope. Hold on, I'm just communicating with him in the chat. He's still working on it back there. Can you hear me? Nope, he still can't hear. So what we're going to do is let me see if I can get in touch with him in another means in the background and try to help him get his audio straight. We haven't, look, we haven't dealt with this in a while. Boom. Let's just run a little quick commercial. And we will be back with you in just a couple of seconds.
For the innovators, the dreamers, the risk takers, independent workers who keep our neighborhoods thriving, Connector Care from the Massachusetts Health Connector has plans for every lifestyle and budget.
Having access to affordable healthcare is for everyone in our community.
Connector Care plans help more people save on healthcare that covers all their needs. Find out if you qualify for Connector Care. Visit mahealthconnector.org or call 1-877-MA-ENROLL.
Microphone check 1 2. Here we go. Java with Jimmy live at the City Winery. Microphone check 1 2. How you doing? I am well. Are you? We just here to have a good time. We're here to have a good time with everybody, hanging out at City Winery. Coming to perform, and they're taking pictures of us. Some will do like this.
I'm a very sensitive person, and I feel the pain of my people. They know me, they call on me, and I assure them that I'm not a provider, but I am one who cares. I always say to them, well, it's better to know than not to know, because if you know, you can do something about it. Think about the loved ones around you. Think about the ones that love seeing you come through that door. Take the step and get tested. That's it.
Save lives and get screened for colon cancer. For more information, visit boston.gov/cancer.
All right, folks, I'm going to flip real quick and just do about a 3-minute interview with Brother Merren over the phone. Let me just get this hooked up real quick. Hold on, Brother Merren. And if y'all know that know me, y'all know I'm all right. But the information is what is important. I think we got him all set. Brother Merren, can you hear me?
I hear you.
Okay, we got you. All right. Real, technical difficulties and stuff happen. I said in the pre, I was going to judge you a little bit because you're a DJ. So there's just that, presumption, the tech and stuff. But so tell us real quick what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how folks can support you. And I'll get the link up real quick for folks to be able to go and make a donation. But say good morning to the folks and let them know, what you're doing and why and why, this is important to you.
Okay. Well, first off, thank you for having me. My name is Mark Motivate Merren. Born and raised in Boston, specifically Dorchester. I grew up in the Fields Corner area. So April 20th, as you know, is the 130th Boston Marathon. I'm running the Boston Marathon on behalf of the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. So as I told you, I grew up in Dorchester. Louis D. Brown's passing, affected the kids in my neighborhood in a major way because that's the neighborhood that we grew up in, where it happened. Was right where we would walk by every day to go to the park or leaving school, leaving the train station. So I remember, when it happened and how it affected our neighborhood because we felt like, that could have been any of us. And I didn't know Louis personally, but he was somebody that I saw, almost daily, like after school or, just in passing. So when I got the opportunity to get a bid for the Boston Marathon this year through the Louis D. Brown Institute, it made the most sense. I ran the Boston Marathon in 2024 for Boston Athletic Academy at that time, and that was more from the standpoint of like a bucket list thing, where it's just like one day I want to run the Boston Marathon, and whatever opportunity I get, I'm going to do it. And granted, BAA is a great organization. I love what they're doing, how they're, impacting youth through sports, and they do great work. But I wasn't as connected, or I didn't feel as connected as I do to this particular cause. The work that the Louis D. Brown Institute has been doing, for 30 years, 30 plus years at this point, healing and just the crisis response and education, and really been able to actually bring the violence down in our communities, and also just be a resource to people that deal with this type of trauma. It really hit home for me. So that's what I'm doing. April 20th, I'm going to be out there. I'm running the 130th Boston Marathon on behalf of the Peace Institute. And I have a fundraising goal personally of $7,500. And I'm almost there. I think I'm like $1,700 away. So if I could get, close to 100 of the homies to throw $20 down today, that'll get me to my fundraising goal. So
I want to let folks know that I put right in the chat in its hyperlink, so you can go straight directly to the link to support him. And I tell my audience often, people are dealing and life is lifing. But if 25 people give $5, if $10 or whatever, it does. Every little bit helps. Do you agree?
Yes, definitely. That's how we got to this point, man. By everybody pulling together. So everything helps, man.
Yep. Little by little, what they used to say, little by little, big things get done. Little by
Yep.
little, battles are won. I'm going back to my elementary school days. But yeah, man. Listen, it's always good seeing you in community every time we're together. It's a good time. I don't know if you got the same email I got, but I think we're booked for the same gig in October. But
Yes.
yeah, just so we'll be
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
obviously they enjoyed us last year, man. So I appreciate you, brother. And one quick question. I didn't know you mentioned a bucket list, but are you a runner, or were you just, as you said, a bucket list, and then this year doing it for a continued good cause, now being the Peace Institute?
Yeah, I mean, I don't consider myself to be like a serious runner. I do run. I do care about fitness and health. You know what I mean? Like I've been, strictly ITAL, like plant-based, vegan for like close to 10 years. I care about my overall health and newness and fitness, and running is just kind of attached to that. So I've always been the type to, me and a group of my friends, we would set run goals and, go running a few times a week, periodically. But the marathon was just like like I said, like bucket list, like a mental accomplishment, because it's more mental than physical, man.
I don't. For me, it would probably be more physical than mental. But yeah, I hear you.
I mean, listen. I mean, I'm sure throughout our lives, man, we've done a lot of walking. We've done a good amount of running. That part is like, just put one leg in front of the other. That part is,
Yeah.
whatever. It's gonna have some physical strain, but it's just more so the mental capacity to, to really be like, I'm gonna follow through with this, and I'm gonna go through this hard training, and then you have to do it regardless of what the weather is gonna be like, or So it definitely is a lot of mental fortitude. So yeah, I definitely don't consider myself to be a runner per se, but I do enjoy it, and it's definitely been beneficial to my health, and that's what I'm most concerned with.
I think that's the main important thing. On this platform, we do talk about, a lot about health. We have the health fair coming up on May 16th. And so it's definitely something important, but I was not surprised by you doing it for a good cause, but when I first saw you post the flyer and you was running a marathon, I'm like, now wait a minute. So I had to ask, man, but it just, I'm glad to hear you talk about the importance of health. That's something we talk about here often. And then also, I put in the description, the give back. If I could just ask you a little bit, you're sacrificing you're physically exerting a lot of energy. I don't know if you formally trained or not. I know they got like you got to qualify and things like that. I'm sure you may be eating different. That is a sacrifice. And so if I could ask you to speak a little bit to just, in these times, Merren, there's a lot going on in our community. How important is it that others like you move in that space of sort of give back, whether it's a marathon, whether it's as simple as nodding your head at a young man on the street? How important is give back to you?
It's the most important. That's something that I've always understood, me personally, as like a main part of my life's purpose has always been about building community. And I've done that, through the music community. And I just understand that we all are here to be of service to one another. And more than anything, like, you just never know what people are going through. And ultimately, we all deserve to be treated, the way we would like to be treated, you know what I mean? And so just a simple conversation, like you said, a head nod, or, giving back to an organization, we look at things sometimes in a way where we feel like it, like it's so small, but it really can change someone's life, or even impact it, even if it's just for that day. That strong impact for that day can be something that pushes them forward for the rest of their life. And I understand the importance of that. And that's always been, what I'm about. At whatever capacity and whatever space I choose to operate in, hence the name Motivate. That's where it comes from, because that's what I've always been about. And I've always understood that, that's part of my life's purpose.
I definitely understand that, man. And it sounds like at some point we're going to get tech together and maybe have you come back and talk about a couple of other things there, like the importance of health and give back and community. I heard community in your comments there as well. And so go ahead and make the formal pitch to the community again for them to donate. I have the hyperlink up on the Java page. Yes, folks, I'm going to go to James Hill's page and put it on right now. But do the other pitch, Mark, and let them know, where they can donate or why it's important to support you and donate to this cause for the Institute.
Yep. Once again, my name is Mark Motivate Merren from Dorchester, Mass. I'm running the 130th Boston Marathon on behalf of the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. And if you don't know, the Peace Institute, it is an organization that helps with healing support, crisis response, education, advocacy, and just promoting peace in our communities and helping to curb and stop violence within our communities, and also helping families deal with this type of trauma, and that's something that I hold dear to my heart. Shout out to Miss Clementina for all the great work that she's been doing, for over 30 years at this point. Shout out to everybody on that team. There's about, I forgot how many employees they have. You would probably know better than me, Jimmy, but that whole entire team, and they put their life on the line, and they devote their lives to this. So this is just a small, part that I can play and help to raise some funds and raise some awareness. So please, anything you can donate helps the cause. And shout out to the other 3 people that are running as well on behalf.
Hold on, because before I get in trouble, I told Newt this last night. I was like, and I did, Drew, I mentioned you when we first started before I saw your comment, but sister Drew just commented, and she's on as well. And so I'm so glad that she was able to come on and comment, but please go ahead and shout her out and the other team members as well. But Drew, I don't want to get in trouble when I see you. So I just would need you to know.
Big shout out to Drew this Ledbetter. Shout out to Carrie. Shout out to Pace. And yeah, man, we're going to be out there and we're going to finish. We're going to make sure to finish for this great cause, man. So thank you for your help, and every little bit helps, man. So hit that link, that hyperlink that Jimmy provided. And once again, Jimmy, thank you for your time, man. I really appreciate you providing this platform for me today.
Listen, man, again, I'm going to talk a little bit of trash. You owe me, because we didn't get you on screen. So we're going to get you. I'm getting things set up here at the home studio a little bit better. So we'll definitely have you come through on an after dark and really have some real conversation. And I got to say, it's so, we see people in community like you, Jeff, 2 times and whatnot. And we see them in a space of, being in artistry and creative, but there's so much more, behind you all and behind that part of the work you do. Because before you got on, I was saying that, you've helped people exercise, dance. You've probably, sent some people home and contributed to some new lives here on this earth. So I'm saying, man, it is definitely dope to hear you, away from the 12s. So definitely. And I got the number locked in now, so I'll be reaching out to get you back, sir.
Yes, man. Thank you. Thank you, man. Likewise.
All right. I appreciate you, sir.
All right, brother. Peace,
thanks, bro.
man. Thank you.
Sir. No problem. Thanks. So we worked it out. We if this was about 3-4 years ago, I would be over here bugging. But we worked it out. The information was important. And I hope you all, did you hear the message of what Merren was saying? I hope you all heard it. And also, take the time and take a few minutes. And for some, it may really be a sacrifice. $5 or $10 may be a sacrifice for some. But, this is helping. I know that BAA does a lot of good work in communities, as well as this particular run is supporting the Louis D. Brown Peace Institute. And Drew is also saying that Black men's life expectancy in our city is 23 years less than others. Health is wealth. And Drew, to your point, our episode on Tuesday, the next episode for your healthy Java, taking place on Tuesday at 10 a.m., is actually a conversation, Drew, about this subject. We are talking with Dr. Basola Ojakutu on Tuesday at 10 about the life expectancy. And so it is a pre-record. We had the conversation with her on Monday. And so we're going to broadcast that conversation on Tuesday. So Drew, you're right in with this. So I kind of feel like I owe you an episode too. And I know, you know what Monday's date is. And I'm just going to leave that there. Women in cannabis. So with that being said, we're going to get ready to wrap up this morning. It is 10:30 on the dot. I will wait a couple of seconds so Union Capital members, you all can get your hour today. Actually, before we go, let's be very intentional. And I'll be honest, I for those of you that follow me, I put up a couple of, I woke up this morning just yes, thankful, but with the thankfulness, just a bit of frustration still of where we are with Black Boston, you know. And so my point of saying that is I need you all to help me today. Let's be intentional. I ask about it all the time. I ask you to put one word, but let's really focus on gratitude and thankfulness this morning. Okay, there we go. There was something wrong with the audio over here. All right, let's focus on gratitude and thankfulness this morning. Before we get ready to go, just put one word in the comments for me and let me know why you're thankful this morning. Oh, shoot. Verified Boston just jumped on Java with Jimmy over on Instagram. And if you're on Instagram and you're into civic engagement, electoral politics and whatnot, go follow Verified Boston. I love what they're doing over there with keeping our community informed and educated. Merren jumped in on Instagram as well. The Peace Institute is still with us. Merren, again, thank you. Thank you. I really mean it about having you back and talk about health and things like that. So let's go in and practice some gratitude this morning. Jenny said that she is thankful for health. Mama Java said that she is thankful for life. Those of you on Instagram can comment and let us know why you're thankful as well this morning. Few others, go in and put one word and let us know why you're thankful this morning on this motivational Thankful Thursday. So and again, I want to say shout out to Brother Newt for ensuring that this happened this morning, to have this conversation and we can contribute here in the Java Cafe. A couple of other things to keep in front of you. As I said yesterday, tonight at 8 p.m., and this is for parents as well as young people, but parents, you know, you at a certain age here in Massachusetts, young people can go and seek healthcare on their own, and they can do it at a doctor's office. They can do it in an emergency room, but then also they can do it at a few local school-based health centers. And so this evening, we have the opportunity to speak with two men from the Boston Public Health Commission through our partnership with ABCD Health Services. So tonight at 8 p.m., encourage some parents to come on. You that are parents on now, come back tonight at 8 p.m. as we talk about the availability of services, not only with the school-based health centers through the Boston Public Health Commission, but as well as ABCD still has the kiosk at, let's go, 110 Claiborne Street in Dorchester, 565 Warren Street at the Delma Burns building, and 741 Parker Street in the Fenway area. There are kiosks that are available 24/7. They are confidential. You can get HIV testing, STI testing, pregnancy prevention, pregnancy testing, and you can get pregnancy prevention there too. So check out the kiosk at those locations. Let's go in and continue in this thing of gratitude and thankfulness, being very intentional. Drew is saying that grateful for Black media. Thank you for telling our stories. Absolutely. Also, Sharon Cornelius said that she is thankful for being in her right mind. And I know that's right. Michelle D. Smith, good morning, is saying she's thankful on this Thankful Thursday for holistic health, emotional, mental, physical, and spiritual. Sister Debbie is saying she is thankful for rising this morning. I know that's right. What is it? I'm glad that I'm not 6 feet under, and my bed wasn't my cooling board. That's old school. Thankful for community. Joe Locks, I think I got that right. Glad that you're over here. We are going to get ready to wrap up, you all. We will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Don't forget the health fair. Oh, also this Saturday, I have the esteemed honor for the fourth or fifth year in a row to be a host. Brother Merren is running the marathon, but did you all know that there are Black runners that come from across the world to run this marathon? And this year it's 130 years. And so for the past few years, Sister Adrian, Sister Rochelle, who's a part of the Java family, and Uncle Thaddeus and others have come together to create space and celebrate the Black runners that come into Boston and show them there is a Black Boston. I want to stay focused. And so that's taking place on Saturday at the Reggie, not at the Reggie, it's actually taking place at the Student Center at Roxbury Community College on Saturday. I would say start about noon. I don't have the flyer in front of me, but I think about noon or so, or maybe 1, 2. They have a processional. The drummers drum them in. There are Black and brown vendors there. And there is also just a celebration of Black runners that are coming in for the marathon. So we'll be there, honored again to be the host of that event. And then also don't forget Tuesday, Dr. Ojakutu at 10 a.m. And I think we'll have some other guests next week. Oh, Rochelle, look. Rochelle ain't said nothing all day on Java with Jimmy. But as soon as I said the incorrect time, here she come with her 2 p.m. Rochelle, did you hear Merren? See, I was just I got a text last night encouraging him and saying that she was proud of him for running the marathon. So Rochelle is here and part of the founders of the Black Unicorns event that takes place usually the Saturday before the marathon. So we'll be at Roxbury Community College in the Student Center area at 2 p.m. Yes, we know that you and Uncle Thaddeus are over at City Line. So let us know when that episode is going to appear, even though it's a mainstream legacy media outlet. No, sir, I'm messing. Check out Rochelle and Thaddeus that will be on City Line, presumably this Sunday, since they're talking about the marathon. And thank you, Michelle B. Smith. 12th annual Black Unicorn Marathoners Celebrate Connect is 2 to 7 7 p.m. 2 to 7 p.m. I'll be there volunteering as Adrian Benton is a sister friend and biz associate. Okay. City Line will be on this Sunday, you all. You can check out Sister Rochelle and Uncle Thaddeus on City Line as they talk about being runners. And also Uncle Thaddeus is at the expo on tomorrow on a panel as well. You can go to BAA or search the Boston Marathon and go to the activity space and find out exactly where Uncle Thaddeus will be. And also Rochelle is thanking Michelle for being a volunteer. All right, folks, that's it for me this morning. Milagro, I seen something about you and your friend in here. Really? Okay. All right, folks, we'll see you tonight at 8 p.m. Oh, yeah, well, I'll save that for a later date. Tonight at 8 p.m. Thank you all for being here today. Remember to be intentional about your gratitude and expressing gratitude. Remember, even sometimes just find yourself, you can talk to yourself, just don't answer. I'm thankful for, and fill it in. Just don't respond. So if you say I'm thankful for, and then you say me too, then we're going to need to have a special Mental Health Monday session with you. I'm just joking. But yeah, practice that. Say out loud, I'm thankful for. Let yourself hear yourself be thankful. And Rochelle is on a panel Saturday at 4 p.m. A panel where? At the Black Unicorns? I love you, Rochelle. All right, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Be intentional about your thankfulness. And as much as you can,